Do you want speed gear like these? If you said yes, well, too bad. You probably aren't gonna get it, but I'll show you one of the better ways to do it, okay? Yeah, that was such a jerky statement. What? The second phase of the Overlord collab has just been released. We are seeing Shalltear banner, and of course, we have the second phase of the event as well. If you click on the event, you'll be redirected to this screen. A very beautiful art, I would say. A lot of the things are the same from week 1, so let's just see what we have to do in order to farm the currencies for this week. We need to go to Eerie Underground Ruins, and we need to be able to farm level 4 on auto consistently, exactly like last week. You can clear level 5 one time, but you want to farm level 4 consistently in order to get the event currencies, and this way you can exchange them or just gain a drop that is from either the crit set, the speed set, or the pen set. These three are the foundations for a lot of accounts in a lot of modes, so you want to be able to get them. They're very valuable. So step number 1, in order to get here, you want to get from level 1 to 4, clear as high as you can. Doesn't matter if you are 3, doesn't matter if you're 2, just farm enough compass to get 2,000 of them. Once you get 2k, you're gonna get out here, get to Overlord's Force. You're gonna buy off the rest of Ein's imprint. You're gonna feed them all to Eins to get that SSS imprint unlocked. Once you do get back to level 4 with SSS Eins, you should easily be able to get to level 4 as long as he survives. It's gonna take a while if you use the wrong team. Just survive. It's not that hard. The first thing we'll take note of is the lead hero buff. Much like last week, Eins and Shalltear at level 1 in this event will be maxed out everything except for their equipments, and of course imprints as well, unless you actually have them. Let's actually get into this and take note of what we're dealing with. The first thing to note is the enemies. They are different now, and I'll give you the gist of things. This green crystal is targetable, and the boss is not targetable. To get to the boss, you need to kill the green crystal. After killing the green crystal, you get a set amount of time before the crystal takes a turn and revives. You want to kill the boss before he revives. That's the whole mechanic. It's very simple, and I'll explain to you why you want SSS Eins right here. Bottom left corner, you see the buff. At SSS, you do 140% of your death sentence damage. That translates to 120k. That is a lot of damage that you want. Once you get SSS, then you construct your team around the fact that you're doing this amount of damage. It's gonna lower your gear threshold by a lot. There's Shalltear here, which I'll cover later, but let's just start with showing you what teams I'll be showcasing. Before we get in, use the timeline to navigate if you need, but the first team I'll showcase will be no Shalltear, nearly fully free to play. The second team I'll show you is no Shalltear, but not as free to play. However, it's much more consistent. The third team I'll show you is with Shalltear, but it's very fast and very consistent. And the final team I'll show you will be the fastest team possible, but it takes a bit of whale gear. Let's show with a fully free to play team. I'm just gonna go through the stats. With Eins, you want to use his own artifact. That's thing number 1. Thing number 2, you want to make sure he's around 200 speed. Don't go too low, don't go too high. And you want to make sure he has enough bulk. About 17k HP with 1.2k defense should suffice. In the event, it should be very easy to do. Next up, we have the free Terranar Guard. You're gonna notice the artifacts are all free. Just get anything that gets you more attack, more stats, more damage, whatever it is, help your team out. The best things to use would be Card Small Miracles, Warhorn, and Water Gun. And you're gonna look at my stat, you think they're good, but truly they're not good. It's red gear, but I'm 5 stars, so I'm missing a lot of stats here. You can get to my stats quite easily. The one thing you want to make sure is getting the speed to around 200. The higher you go, the better, but make sure you don't just die out of nowhere. His only role here is to get the dual attack with the discipline skill, which you want to max, right? That's all you want to do, but this also means he's RNG reliant. Speaking of RNG, we have the free 5-star nuker Sermia. You will be able to get her from the Golem Hunt event that you have as a newer player. Look at her stats. We have the artifact that's also free. I'm getting 12% more damage. This is a guild artifact. I don't even have it max limit broken. You should have it. I'm using a free attack set. Anyone should have at least an attack set that's free, right? So just slap it on her. And we have a speed boot that's crit set with a red gear that's also crit set. I know they're red, but they're truly not that good. This one, like, you know, I'm missing 23% health. This one is like, I'm not reforged. It's 80 equipment score. I don't think it's too unachievable. And you can lower the stats, by the way. You don't have to copy it completely, but make sure you are on the speed boot though. You don't want her to be base speed. The lower your stat goes as compared to mine, the more RNG you're going to be relying to. And secondly, you want the lucky dice EE. This one will give you 25% chance to do one more attack, and it will be really good. And the final one, this one will be a 4-star that I think you cannot get other than summoning it. I think Terranar Guard as well, but come on, you have a Terranar Guard. Fire Shuri, he's a 4-star. Most of us should have it. I have it on Warhorn. This is also a guild artifact. It's free, and you want Warhorn because it gives you attack. It also gives CR to the caster, and that's gonna be really good for Fire Shuri. Stat-wise, you're looking at these. The most important ones are the 220 speed. You want it around that amount, and you want 100% crit chance. The main thing you want to abuse is the explosive gentleman here. You want to get more CR for your whole team. I don't have it max, but it should work out. And yeah, yeah, you want to put some damage on him if you can, but if you really can't, just lower them down. It should still work, but you might need better RNG to make it fast. Even if you're not fast, you're gonna clear it though. Let's just start with the showcase, okay? I'm trying to be fast because there's a lot of things to showcase, so let's just hit the start button. I'm gonna start the timer as well as I explain the team comp. First thing to note is, firstly, honestly, you know what? I'm gonna pause this. Let's just understand what we're looking at. You have the boss that's untargetable right now. You cannot target him. You can only target this green crystal. You want to kill this green crystal with Ainz's death sentence and then get to the boss. So let's see how this team pulls it off. You have Watcher Shuri. You want to keep his skill on to push back this green crystal. It's not too important now. You see its importance later though. You have Serbia doing damage, but honestly, all of these does not matter. You just want Ainz to take a turn and get the death sentence in. Of course, if you want to speed tune this, you want to have Ainz take the first turn so that the death sentence count will go up for after every ally takes a turn after him, right? That's the best way to do this, but for free-to-play's sake, you know what? Maybe it's too big of a headache. I'm just putting whatever gear on. I'm proving the fact that you can too, right? With Serbia here, you notice that she does S2, takes an extra turn, and then S3. That counts as 2 death sentence count, which is why I think Fire Serbia as a free 5-star should be one of the better options right here. But yeah, with this team though, the only real RNG factor here is Terraner Guard. If Terraner Guard activates a lot of dual attack, like right now, he's pushing the entire team forward very quickly. If he does that a lot of times, you're gonna clear this really fast. Here we have Shuri using his skill. If you notice, I push back the green crystal. Right now, the green crystal's already died, right? I'm attacking the boss now. But if the green crystal takes a turn from here, he'll revive and the boss will go back to stealth, and that's gonna suck. And you'll notice that I'm getting a lot of dual attacks here. All these are RNG. Even with bad luck, you're gonna clear it, but it might take a bit longer. But yeah, it's a pretty, RNG way, but at least most of them are free, yeah? We have Serbia with a nuke here. She's doing 53k damage. Keep in mind that this is with a free attack set with like 2 whatever crit set just to get that crit rate, to be honest. So it should be pretty achievable. And you'll notice that this team as well does not have a healer. My healer is basically Ainz. And I'm not sure if I've procced my Serbia's EE, but either way. We have Fire Street right here with a pushback on the green crystal. You'll notice that the green crystal did get pushed back. So with green crystal being pushed back, the boss cannot get back into stealth. We have Ainz with the second death sentence. You only really need 1 death sentence. You only really, I'm sorry actually, you only need 2 death sentence to get the boss down. Honestly, you don't even need the second if you're lucky enough. This team has enough firepower to get to the boss, or even if they don't, you have that final death sentence there already. It's 8, it's 9, it does 120k damage, so it's gonna kill this boss with that bit of health left. So with the team almost ending, I'm gonna end the countdown now, and there you go. We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds as the clear time, which is honestly decently fast enough without Shalltear. I hope that makes sense. I can't really cut it too much, so I might stutter a little bit. I apologize, and it's also 2 a.m. This is not the first take. I'm a bit tired, but yeah, I'm trying to figure this out for you guys. So yeah, that is, in my opinion, what I realized to be one of the easier free-to-play ways to clear this team. That doesn't take too long as well, right? Like 2 minutes and 50 seconds, almost 3 minutes. With better RNG, you're gonna get that down to 2 minutes and 30 something seconds. I've done that before. But either way, enough yapping. Let's take a look at what the next team looks like. And voila, here we go. This is not as free-to-play as the last one because you need Shinji, but it is consistent. Shinji guarantees dual attack. Unlike Turner Gun, just plays on RNG, right? Shinji will guarantee the dual attack with her kit, and in terms of like what she's holding, she's got Super Duper Water Gun with more attack for the allies, and the speed, you just want to keep it around 200. You don't really even have to care too much about the speed tuning. If you want to make it perfect, make sure that Ainz is the first to take the turn, Silver Angelica second, and then Fire Shuri, and then Serbia. But enough yapping, let's just keep going with the showcases because this video is probably going to be fairly long if I keep going like this. Let me just go with the timer as well. And yeah, you'll notice that with this team, I'm having everyone have their skill be opened. Now, the only real debate here is whether or not to keep Fire Shuri's skill open. I personally keep it open because it's the safest play. His skill will push back the green crystal, which is sometimes pretty damn clutch. So I'll let the, fight go on for a little bit. Ainz here plants the death sentence on a green crystal. That is pretty much the only way outside of the whale way that you're gonna kill the green crystal, right? It's pretty damn tanky. Here comes my S3, doesn't do that much at all. And the only real thing that you're doing right now is cycling the turns with Fire Shuri to get that death sentence up. So there's really not too much to talk about right here. I'll let my timer keep going. I'll yap it out. I'll yap about whatever, and we'll see what happens, I suppose. But right here, Serbia, yeah, S2 into S3, that's 2 turns, 2 stacks for the death sentence. pretty damn valuable, right? Let's keep pushing, and we are almost there. The boss takes a turn. We're always going to be healthy because we have a soul right now even, so it's going to be even better. Finally, the green crystal falls down. We dual attack with the highest attacker in Sirmia, and she activated her lucky dice. And that is how you do extra damage to the boss. That's going to be really important for clearing it quicker. The real thing that you want to make sure of is, in this phase, before the green crystal revives, you want to kill the boss. If you can do that, you are looking at like a 2.5 to 3 minute clear, which is generally what a clear without Shalltear will do. Now let's keep going though. We have Ainz just planning the death sentence. We're proccing the lucky dice as well. We have Shuri to push us up, and we have Sophia Angelica here. And yeah, we have a heal right here as well. It's gonna be pretty clutch for me with the Sirmia as well. Again, getting the double turn for the death sentence to rack up while doing damage as well is what we're looking for Fire Sirmia to do. So it's a pretty valuable 5-star to bring in here, in my opinion. Yeah, if you're free to play, you got a Sirmia, you should bring her in here, I think. There is another way of just crutching on Terranagard and just pray for dual attack, right? I personally don't like that because it's RNG. If Terranagard decides to dual attack every turn, you'll do well. But what if he doesn't, right? So I prefer a team like this. It's probably going to be slower. Yeah, but it should be a lot more consistent. You'll always get to about this point because everything is pretty much guaranteed to happen. Like right now, I got the death sentence. I've already won, right? All I gotta do left is to make sure he gets the 10, which he will in due time. Or, you know what? We can kill with our gosh damn why not? That took me 2 minutes and 33 seconds. A little bit faster, yeah, and it's consistently that fast. With Terranagard, you might have a really good run and get 2 minutes and maybe 20 seconds, but this one's consistent. I like this one. Let's keep moving and schmoving. We have level 4. I've showed you all the free-to-play or nearly free-to-play ways to beat this, and I'm now gonna show you how you can beat this with Shalltear if you pulled for her. This will be the team. Basically, Sirmia out, Shalltear in. But well, how do you build the Shalltear, you may ask? Basically, everything that Sirmia had, I'm putting it on Shalltear. I have 2 extra crit rate that who cares, doesn't matter. And of course, I have our own artifact for the extra currencies earned, but if you don't have this, just put anything that gives you extra damage on her attack. But there you go, those are the stat line. Make sure she's around 200 speed. That's really all you need. If I were to tell you exactly what speed to get, what I fear is some players that could not get exactly the same speed would be like, oh shit, I can't beat this. So it's best for me to show you the idea rather than give you a stat and say, yo, you gotta follow this, right? But either way, enough yapping. So this will be the team, and this should be one of the fastest and most consistent ways and the most accessible way for you to clear this. You just need very normal gear set, right? I don't got any insane gear on this. It's free mostly. Fire Shuri doesn't need that stat I have, and it's not even that great. See how it performs. I'm gonna start the timer as the round starts as well. Here we go, back. And for this one, you don't need Fire Shuri to use his skill because they are gonna die before we need it. So let's go. That'll actually save time for animation, which is good. Here comes Ainz. We're gonna plant the death sentence. Same thing. We're just waiting for death sentence to rack up, and then we'll destroy them. I forgot to explain to you why Shalltear is good with her buff here, but I'll just show you how the fight goes first, and then I'll explain to you why it's faster. This is gonna end up being faster, okay? Sophia Angelica goes with the S3. We get the speed buff. That's pretty damn good, especially for Shalltear, because Shalltear's damage is just so high in this event, okay? And with that is the 12th stack of death sentence green crystal dice. We are against the boss already. Dual attack is going with Shalltear. We're doing 44k per normal attack. That's insane. We're doing no damage to Veins, but look at this. 42k. We're racking down his HP bar like it's nothing. 40 something k again. That is how you Shalltear. The damage is off the charts. This is not even whale gear or anything like that. I don't got pen set at all. All I had was free attack set with a crit set. That isn't really that high quality, right? I think a lot of people can find this achievable. But yeah, the LT goes, we do a bunch of damage. You have 4 turns left for the death sentence to take effect. I'm pretty sure that's the last death sentence I need. And in fact, I don't even think we need to activate it. I think Shalltear literally just kills it. Boom. That's a lot. And there we go. PS1 goes. We have beaten it in 1 minute and 25 seconds. That is the fastest clear so far, and it's the most consistent. There's no RNG there. All I really needed to do was to do damage. S1, 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 S1 all the way through. No RNG, no hoping for dual attack. To explain to you why this is so much faster, let's take a look at the buffs that we are obtained for Shalltear. If you want to take a read yourself, right here, right? It increases speed of Ainz and the caster by 30%. And we also increase death sentences stacked by 2 if Ainz turns or Shalltear takes the turn. Those are really valuable because by racking up the death sentence faster, you kill the green crystal faster, thereby killing the whole thing faster. Like even on the boss itself, death sentence just racks up so much faster with Shalltear. Nothing else comes close to it, right? When an ally attacks the boss, greatly increases damage dealt. Truth be told, I didn't even utilize it that much other than Fire Shuri's single hurt attack, which didn't even hurt that much. Mostly it was Shalltear. 1 minute 20 something seconds will be what you're looking at. And now I'm going to show you the fastest clear, which is from one of my friends. He's also a content creator. I'll link his video in the comment section down below. You'll see his clear right now. It's going to be a lot quicker. It features Watcher Shuri. It features Gala Lilius, which is 2 characters that are limited and they need really good gears as well. A lot better than what I showed you. You can't really just beat them with free gear. That team will mainly try and kill the green crystal with pure damage by Gala and Watcher Shuri and still burst down the boss with Gala's S1 damage and Shalltear at the side as well. It's rather hard to do, especially for most of the normal players. You got quite a lot of time in this event, so the only one that should try and build that team will be the really good whales with really strong accounts. I'm gonna link his video in the description down below if you want to check out the stats and everything like that. And that will be all for my showcase and guide today for how to beat the Overlord event fast and easy consistently as well. I'm gonna show you again Shalltear being one of the MVPs here. If you have her, it's gonna be so much easier. If you're curious, if you have a Shalltear team, it should clear the stage twice as faster, but the difference is like we're saying 1 minute and 20 something seconds versus 2 minutes and 40-50 seconds. I personally will just stick to what I have. It's fast enough for me and I don't really need to move too much gear around. I can use my PvP Shalltear stats, no problem, but for the sake of the video and showcase, I use some free gears as well just to show you it is very much possible. So yeah, I hope I did help you out, and do comment down below if you have any questions. I'll try my best to answer you. And yeah, it's too late. I don't really have the energy anymore to really be too engaged at the moment, so my bad if this video is a bit more dead, but I wanted to get you the information that you want. So yeah, that'll be all. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.